Max Flamingo. Let's Go Champ walking on air, and Dartan next with Verdant Place, and Ballyshannon Rose, Parmenian next with Sweet Will and Gatsby Grey. On the outside is Rebel Ivy, and well back Seabank Bistro. On the inside is Serratus, then Axo and Lord Snooty as they corner for the third flight. At the rear of the field, a Great View, Lunar Power, walking on glass. At the fourth flight before the straight, a little over 2 miles from the finish. And it's Grozni in front, but only just to Ali Rose. Break of 2 to 3 lengths to Kilbeg King, the inside of Toss Again. Then Legacy Thought and Master McShee next with Beacon Edge and No Fluoron, and Ballyshannon Rose is improved. Then Let's Go Champ and Walking on Air, and Max Flamingo and Sweet Will and Rebel Ivy next. Followed by Verdant Place and Dartan and Parmenian and Gatsby Grey and Seabank Bistro. On they come to hurdle number 5, and it's Grozni and Philip Burns by less than 2 lengths to Ali Rose and Paddy O'Hanlon. Sharing third, Toss Again, Dad O'Keefe and Kilbeg King, Aidan Coleman the inside, then Master McShee and Ian Power, Beacon Edge next with Ballyshannon Rose and Legacy Thought and No Fluoron and Walking on Air. Let's Go Champ and Max Flamingo and Dartan and Verdant Place and Sweet Will next, then Gatsby Grey and Parmenian and Rebel Ivy, followed by Seabank Bistro, Serratus, Axo. A Great View, Lord Snooty, 2.5 lengths back to the final couple, Lunar Power and Walking on Glass. Uphill they go to the flight just before they'll make the turn to the top of the track. It's Grozni, Ali Rose, 1 and 2. Beacon Edge moves up to them. Then Kilbeg King, Toss Again, Master McShee and Ballyshannon Rose. Legacy toward the rail, then O'Fleur on the red cap. Walking on air next with Let's Go Champ and Max Flamingo and Dartan and Verdant Place and Sweet Will. Gatsby Grey, Seabank Bistro, Parmenian, Rebel Ivy, Serratus, Axo, A Great View, Lord Snooty, Lunar Power, Walking on Glass. Heading downhill towards the halfway stage, and there's 3 miler. The Conway piling sponsored handicap hurdle, and it's Grozni and Ali Rose. Couple of lengths in front of Beacon Edge, then Kilbeg King, Toss Again, Ballyshannon Rose next, followed towards their point of departure by Master McShee. Legacy Thor next with Walking on Air and O'Fleuron and Let's Go Champ. Verdant Place, Dartan, Max Flamingo and Gatsby Grey and Sweet Will next with Parmenian and Serratus. After them is Seabank Bistro, Rebel Ivy and Axo, A Great View, well back, then Lunar Power. Lord Snooty is struggling. Also ridden at the back is Walking on Glass. Returning to their point of departure, having gone by halfway, another 5 flights left to jump, and it's Grozni putting in a good shift up front. Leads Ali Rose, Beacon Edge, then Ballyshannon Rose, who's continuing to creep into contention on the outside of Toss Again, then Kilbeg King. After them is Master McShee and O'Fleuron and Walking on Air next, the black and white jacket. Then Let's Go Champ, right across from the stands with less than a mile to go. 4 flights to jump. Grozni continues to show the way to Ali Rose, Beacon Edge, Kilbeg King poised on the inside. Then Ballyshannon Rose and Toss Again and Master McShee. Legacy Thor next with O'Fleuron and Walking on Air. Let's Go Champ, Dartan next with Verdant Place. Gatsby Grey, Parmenian. Max Flamingo next with Sweet Will and Seabank Bistro trying to pick up ground from the back. Then Serratus and Rebel Ivy ridden along. Lord Snooty next. Then Lunar Power, Great View is struggling. Then Axo and Walking on Glass. Turning out of the back straight, 5 furlongs to go and 3 flights to jump. And it's Grozni, the fractional leader, queuing up and behind. Toss Again, Beacon Edge, Ali Rose. Kilbeg King hasn't left the rail throughout. Walking on Air is closing. Pushed along is Ballyshannon Rose. As they come to the third last flight, it is Grozni with a slender advantage. From Beacon Edge on the outside, an awkward jump by Walking on Air when closing. In between the 2 leaders is Toss Again. Right with them is Kilbeg King. They come to the second last. It's Grozni and Toss Again landing together. Another mistake, Walking on Air. They could be costly, those last 2 errors. Kilbeg King follows the leaders into the straight. So it's Grozni, Toss Again, Kilbeg King, Beacon Edge. Let's Go Champ is coming through the field. Then Verdant Place and Gatsby Grey and Walking on Air. Parmenian round the outside. Then Dartan and Ballyshannon Rose. 1 flight left to jump. And it is Grozni with Kilbeg King coming through in between horses. is to challenge. Then toss again, Beacon Edge. Let's go, champ. Gatsby Gray. Sir Argus from a long way back. But at the final flight, the leader is Kilbeg King up and over with a widening advantage over Grozni. Let's go, champ. Still coming home to good effect. Sir Argus. Then Beacon Edge and toss again. But it's Kilbeg King. It's going to be another successful winning raid at Punchestown for Anthony Honeyball. Kilbeg King, a good winner under Aidan Coleman. Second, let's go, champ. Sir Argus third. It'll go to the judge of the fourth. Grozni, and it never near Lord Snooty and Beacon Edge in between those two.
It's a win for the visitors. Kilbeg King, who travelled so strongly on the inside under Aidan Coleman, has gone on to score by a wide margin in the end, returning a 12-1 Anthony Honeyball on the mark again here at the Punchestown Festival. He's also got Lilith to come in the Mayor's Handicap Chase later on, who bids to win that race for a second time. It did get a bit rough though, Ruby, and the winner seemed to barge his way out, did he?
He did, and I thought Rachel went to barge out first into Beacon Edge, and then she got the door closed, and then Aidan Coleman barged out, and she got closed the door on Rachel. There's going to be plenty of inquiries here, Gary. I don't know, will it have any material effect on the result, judging by the way the winner has gone and won. But there was plenty of bumping and boring, and Sir Argos was unlucky too. Here Rachel bumps out into Beacon Edge and has a bump. Aidan Coleman's riding out, but he pushes the one in green and black out directly in front of Rachel Blackmore then. So there was plenty of barge in there.
We'll have a look at the head on hopefully in a minute, but good jump at the last from Kilbeg King, and from that point on he was on his way to victory. Sir Argos has come home really well, and Let's Go Champ, who won a maiden just the other day at Tipperary, also finishing off to good effect. Grozni did best of those who were on the pace. He's kept on to finish fourth in the end.
You'd love to actually watch this, Gary, from the drone. It'll tell you exactly who barged who and where they went, watching it from the overhead. But as I turn out of the back, you've Grozni in front. Ali Rose is just outside it. Aidan Coleman's in the beautiful position in the blue and red in the box seat, just in behind. Beacon Edge had always been up there on the outside. Walking on Air is coming around the outside. Your favourite Seabank Bistro is the grey horse, only 5 or 6 from the back, and Sir Argos in the yellow and brown right down the inside. Brian Hayes will get a beautiful run through on him, but he runs into trouble at the back of the second last hurdle, and then Parmenian comes down his outside and he struggled to get out. So plenty of hard luck stories here, as you'd expect in a big field competitive handicap hurdle. But it's a two on the inside. Rachel Blackmore is following Aidan Coleman. Aidan Coleman is following Philip Burns. Yellow and brown Sir Argos, he gets done here when the grey comes in, runs him into the back of the Bective stud colours, and just as Brian Hayes goes to switch out, Parmenian arrives down his outside. So he was unlucky there, but here's where all the trouble starts. Rachel goes between Beacon Edge and Aidan Coleman. Now she's going to go out. Beacon Edge is trying to keep him in. She rolls off the bend, bumps into Beacon Edge and loses her own front end. That's Rachel Blackmore's own doing, but the second part was definitely Aidan Coleman's doing to Rachel Blackmore. So look, as I said, I can't see the result being changed, but I'd say that I'll get a couple of days.
Thank you for the stewards to chew over there anyway. And Toss again was the other one who was involved in that incident, got the bump from the horse on the inside, the eventual winner. Gatsby Gray, flattered to deceive. Beacon Edge has run well. His Fairy has got a boost earlier on with Asterion for Lunge, running a blinder in the big race. And Lord Snooty actually made up a lot.
That's what it was, flying home, was it? I just missed it out of shot there, but see Rachel clips onto the heel of number 20 when Aidan Coleman had created that gap for himself. But look, I suppose, as I said, I do not see this altering the result, but I think they would.